1 in 3 kids say they're bullied at school. 1 in 5 teenagers will experience depression. More than 3 million children a year are suspended. Schools have a lot to contend with, and just teaching the 3 R's maybe isn't enough. And that's why an old idea is getting new traction around the country. Peter Rosen reports.
What's this word? Can we tap it out? Bag.
Brothers Alan
and got it.
And Eric.
Yes!
Let their emotions
I used to get all angry. I used to be hitting people.
Get the better of them.
I don't hit them. I don't ever hit people.
But then their school started experimenting with this.
Yeah, grump meter.
The grump meter.
Yeah, right there.
The grump meter is simply this, a color scale of emotion, from calm to grumpy, all the way to explosive anger. The idea,
what color are you right now?
Is that if you can put a color to it,
Blue.
Blue.
Blue that means you're calm. Because I feel happy.
Yeah, I went up to green.
You can talk about it.
When we can put words to what's happening inside of us, then we can move forward.
The tool was developed by a social worker.
So when Lucas kicked you on the soccer field, it started off as a tool for anger control. What color did you go up to?
Now her daughter, Janet Kaufman, a college professor, is studying whether it can improve behavior and test scores here at Rose Park Elementary.
I want you to write about how you're feeling right now.
Kids learn
what color are you on
to keep track of their emotions.
In the morning, I feel good. I am on green because I am hungry and it is time.
And they learn when things
mean people make you red.
Get too hot.
I go all the way up to red, then I kick the chair.
How to cool them off.
When you start going up the meter, what do?
I try to go down.
How do you try to go down?
Just breathe.
4 deep breaths.
Yeah.
And that helps you.
Yeah.
Trying to teach emotional intelligence is an old idea, but Kaufman says it's getting new attention.
To formalize this and to make it a kind of vocabulary in schools.
We can tap it out. What are the sounds?
Because when he's in control, Alan learns more. In fact, his social and emotional skills may predict his future better than his grades.
As you keep putting the tools in front of them.
So Kaufman's spreading the word to teachers.
We're not taught how to teach these emotional skills. And I think that's what is so absent in so much of any school, but public school particularly, is any kind of attention to emotional awareness.
And to parents. Alan and Eric's father, a single dad, says it's working.
Their behavior has changed tremendously.
In fact, it's working, their dad says.
Now, what color are you?
For him.
It was difficult for me because I didn't know how to control my emotions and my son's emotions, but now I know how to analyze the situation and get to cool.
Now Alan and Eric and their dad are feeling blue in a good way.
Well, I want them to have peace and tranquility in their lives.
Oh, man.
I don't know if I'm the perfect parent, but I hope when they get older and the problems get bigger, that we can still work it out together.
I'm Peter Rosen for the Deseret News National Edition.
Thank you, Peter. And because of the grump meter, Gabriel Morales painted his son's bedroom blue, the good blue. Biggest tennis tournament of the year wrapping up today. Wimbledon ready to crown new champs in London. And while it's almost 5,000 miles away from Salt Lake City, it's never too far from the mind of Provost Brad Pierce. This morning I go one-on-one with a proud member of the Last 8 Club.
Here we go. Nice shot.
It's a typical summer morning on the outdoor tennis courts at BYU, and Brad Pierce is doing what he's done since his days before attending Timpview High School.
I got it.
Playing tennis.
Oh, you're going to move me, huh?
But you have to excuse him if his mind wanders a bit, like it often does this time of year.
Oh, nice shot.
Back to 1990.
If you like the underdog, Brad Pierce has all the qualifications. Pierce has been here on center court. They have completed their warm-ups.
Immediately, I was like frozen. It's like, oh my gosh, 4th of July, center court Wimbledon, the #1 player in the world, worldwide television.
NBC.
And I was so nervous, I could hardly breathe.
Oh my, Wendell with a net cord.
So, first 2 sets, he beat you. What happened?
I didn't serve very well the first couple sets.
Now we're in the 3rd set.
So I hit a mid-court volley deep into his backhand side, just very safe. And I think he was a little tight, maybe himself, and pushed the passing shot long. give me set point.
That sets up the most significant backhand of your career just a moment later.
I figured I'm just going to go for this. I'm going to go cross court because I kind of figured that I was expecting him to come into my backhand side, a little bit of a kick serve. Sure enough, it's exactly what happened. I stepped in, and I think the rest is history.
Brad's big moment was subdued moments later when Lendl claimed the fourth set and the match.
Just out. Game, set, match, Lendl.
But Pierce didn't leave empty-handed.
And finally, someone said, well, do you realize now that you're a member of the Last 8 Club, and that entitles you to center court tickets for a lifetime? And I was like, wow, no, I had no idea. And it's probably a good thing I didn't.
And Brad and his family have been back to Wimbledon on many occasions, with seats next to the royal box. And here's proof. To the right of this selfie, that's Prince William and Kate. To this day, Brad remains one of only 17 Americans in the last 28 years to reach the Last 8 Club at Wimbledon, and the first ever from Utah. You spent your whole life playing tennis. What does tennis teach about life?
Well, tennis is a great proving ground. It's just you. I think tennis players, develop a great ability to be resilient and to be resourceful.
And you have to be patient to play with guys like me.
Well, that's the fun, is when you have the opportunity to help others to love the game.
Brad's now in his 10th season as head coach of the BYU men's tennis program in Provo. That's our report this morning. We hope you enjoy the rest of your holiday weekend. I'm Dave McCann. We'll see you next week.